mean? He said, can I help you? I said, yeah. He said, you say you're working 3 jobs? I said, yeah, I work 3 jobs. He said, I already told you I have 3 people. He said, how long have you been working 3 jobs? I said, well, I've been selling real estate for 10 years. I've been doing it. He said, let's stop. Don't go no further. You mean to tell me you standing here next to me, you have been working 3 jobs for 20 years. I said, I've worked long 20 years. He said, let's just leave you. Don't go there. Okay? So I'm, head popping now. Who you think you is talking to me like this?
I know.
Okay? So he said, you mean to tell me you've been working 3 jobs for over 20 years and you don't have $499? Pop hit me like a dull knife. I said, no, I don't have it. He said, let me ask you a better question. Will you work another 20 years and hope to have $499, or will you do something different?
Wow.
Nobody had to tell me. I knew I've been working three jobs, going home, paying a house note, all of this, still had no money. I went home. I was living in a house I didn't like, 3 jobs. Driving a car I didn't like, wearing clothes I was unhappy with, working 3 jobs. Next day I got up, I went and bought me a house. I went and bought me a car. I said, if I'm going to work 3 jobs and pay, I'm going to have what I like. I'm no longer going to keep working out here all these hours, not seeing my family, everything, and don't have what I like. Went and bought the house, the car, everything. Then I called him. I said, now you tell me what I need to do.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast, where we are here to motivate you, sharing knowledge, having upbuilding conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. And we bring you some of the most remarkable entrepreneurs and standout influencers who are truly making a positive impact in the world. And fitting with this theme, we have this beautiful lady sitting right here beside me. I know you see we on the move in person. We have Dr. Dorothy Cook in the building. So welcome to the Tina Ramsay Show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm happy to have you here. And as you guys already know, we're powered by CTR Media Network, reaching 350 million global listeners. So why did the Tina Ramsay Show and podcast see the need to go meet this young lady in person? We came to her. It has to be remarkable. So she is actually from Sarasota, Florida. She is the second of 7 children, and she has many different opportunities that she's going to share with us today. And also her story is remarkable in the sense that she had different challenges and struggles, but she managed to change those things to purpose and opportunities, okay? And as you can see, she's a natural beauty. She's a natural beauty. So she ended up using this beauty for good, okay? Because we have some people out there that use it for the bad, but she used her beauty for the better. She even has some modeling things that she done in the past, and she chose to use her life as an inspiration and to help to create legacy and generational wealth for not only herself and her family, but for 21 people. Listen, this is a person you want to know. A person that's not just saying it, but doing it. So, Dr. Dorothy, thank you so much for coming on the show. So,
thank you for having me on the show. It's an honor. It's an honor to speak to your guests and your listeners, to share some truth with them, and tell them what God said.
You know, that's how we do it.
That's how we do it.
That's how we do it. Okay, so I want to just start first by talking about the journey of Dr. Dorothy, okay? And when I say that, I'm thinking about everything that you went through, because we see you in the now, very successful, very productive, and also being a blessing to so many people in your community. But it didn't start that way. And you mentioned before how you grew up poor in Sarasota, Florida. So what gave you or inspired you to say, okay, my current situation is not going to be my life, my future? What was it that ignited you the young Dorothy to say, this is not my life. This.
Well, I saw other people doing it. And my grandmother said, if God said it, that settles it. So if God said I can have this, then there's nothing can stop me. The things I went through was just stepping stones to get me to where I am. And I don't even like looking back, because the Bible said it's not fitting to look back, to look forward. So what I went through, the things that I went through, helped make me what I am today. No regrets. No, I wish I'd have did it sooner. I wish I'd have did it different. Because everything had its time and everything had its purpose. And all it seems to do is lift me from one level to the next. Even when I fell, I knew I could get up. I knew that the ground was no place for a champion. Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest fighters in the world, was knocked down. And the commentator asked him, say, why didn't you stay down? He said, because the floor is no place for a champion. The bottom is no place for a champion. And I am a champion. Not because of what anybody out there say, but because of what God says. God says from Genesis to Revelation that I'm a winner. And if God said I'm a winner, I'm a winner. I don't look at my presence or whatever's been going on. I look at what God said. And that wasn't an easy thing to do. I had to gradually grow into that. Every time I failed, people would remind me, you failed, you did this. And I had to step back and say, God said I'm a winner. And you keep moving in what God said, not what people say. People will keep you down, and not so much purposely, because that's all they know. And what I always want to know is what did God say? Okay? I don't care how bad it got, or what I went through, or all the different disappointments, downs, up. If you can look up, you can get up. And that's what I kept doing. Kept looking up and kept getting up.
I love that, for the simple fact that so many times, all too often, we allow our surroundings to dictate who we're going to become. But what I have found and have learned is that we are the navigator of our own life. Your past, how you grew up, your lack of education, or how much education you have, it does not matter. We have the power within us that God instilled in us, that we can create the life that we are born to live.
Yeah.
We determine that, not her, him, other people. It does not matter. And so the thing that I find that is remarkable and incredible about you, and I like to say phenomenal, like Maya Angelou, phenomenal woman, because you exemplify that, is the fact that you was like, wait a minute. I'm not going to stay down. And failure is not failure. It's just a stepping stone to my success.
That's what it is. And it's a choice. You make the choice. If you want to stay in failure, then stay there. I didn't want to stay there. I used each failure as a stepping stone to learn, hey, you don't do that one no more. Like that. You find you a new way to do something. And that's what I did. And I tell people all the time, it's not where you've been, it's where you're going. And you have to stay focused on where you're going, because the world going to remind you of where you've been. And if you don't plan to win, there is a plan for you to fail that's already set up. So you choose. The choice is yours. Do you want to win or do you want to lose? You can either make excuses. Well, it's set up. It's set up for me to... No. You don't have to take that. The only thing that a person has to take is what God said. Exactly. And people always say, you holier than thou. Well, call it what you want to, but I'm going to win with God. I'm not going to lose with you. I choose the winner. So I tell people all the time, you are the best person you have. You, if there is to be a change, you must be the change you seek. It has to come from you, not me telling you to change, because that's me telling you. You have to want it, and you have to go at it harder than anything you've ever had in life, so you can be different. You can't be average. Everybody is average. You have to be different. You have to say, I want more. Then get it. God said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And my grandmother said, if God said it, that settles it. If you don't have abundant life, it ain't God's fault, it's yours. Go after what he said you can have, and go after with all of your heart. We'll sit on a chair. Don't know whether it's going to hold us or not, but we believe in that chair. Believe in God. God said you're a winner. Keep going till you win.
Wow, that was powerful. And that's a good way for us to go take a commercial break, people. All right, so for all of you who are out there watching and listening in right now, I want you to go ahead and get a beverage, call your girlfriend, call your friend on the phone and say, hey, the Tina Ramsay Show is on, and we have the amazing Dr. Dorothy Cook in the building. This is what you've been hoping for, what you've been wishing for, what you've been praying for. Now it's time for you to take action. So let's go ahead and take a commercial break from our sponsors, and we'll be back in a moment with Dr. Dorothy Cook.
Our CTR Media Network sponsors.
Thank you to our corporate sponsor, Sheree Moore of SheTrucking.com. SheTrucking.com is a community committed to helping women and minorities establish and maintain successful careers in the transportation industry. To learn more, go to SheTrucking.com. Thank you to our platinum sponsors, Eleanor and Leroy Mason from HappyandHealthy.Global. HappyandHealthy.Global is a business that educates and provides essential natural wellness products to build your health and your wealth. Go to HappyandHealthy.Global today to learn more. Thank you to our silver sponsors, Business Course Academy. Business Course Academy is dedicated to helping to educate entrepreneurs and startup companies with the tools and the knowledge needed to successfully grow and generate wealth for their business. Check them out at businesscourseacademy.com.
Thank you to our CTR Media Network sponsors. To learn more about our sponsors and CTR Media Network, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
All right, and just like that, we are back, and I come along with a friend, who you may ask, Dr. Dorothy Cook, and we have been getting into some great mindset shift. Okay, many of you talking about 2023 and beyond. Well, how are you going to get there? You have to change that mind first, okay? And so she was giving us some great tips before the commercial break on how she used her life and even changed the way she viewed failure as a stepping stone to her success, okay? As a catalyst to say, hey, even if it didn't work, I'm not going to do that no more, but I'm going to move on, okay? And also she says something very incredible in the fact that she said that she don't go look back in the past. Many times we allow our past to stop us and hold us back. So thank you for sharing with us about this mindset shift to set us up for success in the viewing audience. You have been known to say this quote, and I'm going to read it as such. You said, to have what you never had, you need to do what you never had done.
You never do.
You know what? Logically, I know that's what that means, but until I read your quote, it was like that light bulb moment, that aha. And so I see that with your life story of, okay, I have to do it different. And so with you doing that different, it led you to not only take care of your business side, but what I'm more intrigued with is that you realize the power of having God in your life. So you went into real estate. What made you decide to say, okay, I'm going to go into real estate?
Well, in real estate, it was something that I like. I like dealing with people, first of all, okay? And yes, I said, in order to have what others won't have, you've got to be willing to do what others won't do. So real estate just opened doors for me where I got to meet the right people and the right kind of people. And I thought, wow, I thought I had it all. I was selling $1 million homes to people. But let me show you something. I sold a lot of people a lot of homes. And some of the homes were $1 million, $300,000, $50,000, $60,000, didn't make no difference. The most expensive homes, the more the expense was that I sold people, the more unhappy people were. I sold people $1 million homes, okay? And the day of closing, we come in the house and you're excited, you showing them their home. You expect them to come in and say, oh, wow, I'm in the home of my dreams. And they walk in there and say, oh, I didn't want that color. I don't think I like that color. I wish I'd have had the other color. And I'm looking like, excuse me?
Yeah.
You come in complaining, and there are people out there that living in a doghouse, really. And you just bought this $1 billion home. And all you can say to me is, I didn't want that color. I didn't want that lamp. You chose it. So if you didn't like it, you chose it. Deal with it. Be happy with it. Come in and say, oh, thank you for helping me get my home. And so when I saw how people react to the things that they've chosen, I didn't choose it, you did. So I started saying, wow, how could you be this unhappy? And you just got the home of your dreams, supposed to be. And I saw that more than people walk in and say, wow, I'm so happy I got my home. People would walk in looking for things that were wrong. And I'm like, okay, it's got to be a better way. It's got to be something different. So I said, I want something that when people realize, and I don't think that's out here either, because Jesus, Lord have mercy. People look for something wrong rather than looking for something right, knowing that they have chosen it. So I got into real estate. I stayed, I don't know, maybe 10 years. I can't remember how long it was. And I met a young man one day. I had 11 houses were supposed to close that end of the month. One by one, they fell out, all on the same day, because the person didn't like this. They didn't have this. They didn't have that. I had already written checks because when you close, you at that. All of them fell out. All of them. It was 13 to be exact. All of them fell out. I said, no, I got to find something different. I got to do something different. I met a young man, and he told me about multi-level marketing. I didn't know anything about it. He said, I've got a business where you can make some good money, you can work at your own pace, and you can do all of this and still do your real estate. I said, yeah, okay. So he asked me, he said, how many jobs do you have? I said, I have 3 jobs. He said, the first thing, 3 jobs is for 3 people. Why do you have 3 jobs? I said, okay. What does it cost for me to do what you're telling me to do? He said, $469 or $99. I can remember. I say, I don't have $499. He said, wait a minute, back up. Why don't you have it? I said, I don't have it. He said, why? I said, I don't have it. He said, why? I said, why do you keep asking me? I said, I told you I don't have it. He said, but you have not told me why you don't have it. I said, well, what do you mean? He said, can I help you? I said, yeah. He said, you say you working 3 jobs? I said, yeah, I work 3 jobs. He said, I already told you I have 3 people. He said, how long have you been working 3 jobs? I said, well, I've been selling real estate for 10 years. I've been doing it. He said, let's stop. Don't go no further. You mean to tell me you standing here next to me, you have been working 3 jobs for 20 years. I said, I've worked long in 20 years. He said, let's just leave you. Don't go there. Okay? So I'm, head popping now. Who you think you is talking to me like this?
I know.
Okay? So he said, you mean to tell me you've been working 3 jobs for over 20 years and you don't have $499?
Oh.
Pop hit me like a dull knife. I said, no, I don't have it. He said, let me ask you a better question. Will you work another 20 years and hope to have $499, or will you do something different?
Wow.
Nobody had to tell me. I knew I've been working three jobs, going home, paying a house note, all of this, still had no money. I went home. I was living in a house I didn't like, 3 jobs. Driving a car I didn't like, wearing clothes I was unhappy with, working 3 jobs. Next day I got up, I went and bought me a house. I went and bought me a car. I said, if I'm going to work 3 jobs and pay, I'm going to have what I like. I'm no longer going to keep working out here all these hours, not seeing my family, everything, and don't have what I like. Went and bought the house, the car, everything. Then I called him. I said, now you tell me what I need to do this. He said, multi-level marketing has made more millionaires than any other business in this world. More than an NFL, more than the NBA, more than all of them. He said, so I'm going to teach you how to do this. How much time do you have? I said, I don't have no time. He said, yes, you do. I've only got 3 jobs. I don't have any time. He said, can you give me 10 or 15 minutes a day? He said, I want the best. I don't want you washing. I don't want you talking. I want you to give me the best 15 minutes. And at the end of that 15 minutes, no regrets. Because you've given me your best. So I don't want you to say, well, I didn't sell. I didn't do it. No. I want the best 15 minutes of your life. I said, I can do that. I can do that. We started. He told me what to do. And the first day was 15 minutes. At the end of the 15 minutes, I called him. He said, now tell me about that 15 minutes. What did you do? I said, well, I talked to this person. He said, no. What did you do? All I want was your best. I didn't ask you what they did. I asked you, did you do your best? Yes, I did, sir. It's okay. We'll talk tomorrow. I did that for about a month, 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. That 15 minutes turned into a half an hour. That half an hour turned into a day. That day turned into a week. And I never went back to working. See, that's why I tell people you have to be coachable. I didn't go in telling him how I could do it. I let him tell me how to do it. And I've never looked back. Nobody's job, no more. No more. My daughter-in-law one time called me and asked me to work for her. I went up there and worked. I must have sit there all the 15 minutes and looked outside. The sun was shining. I said, I don't belong here. And I got up and left. And she called me. She said, where you at? I said, outside where I belong. She said, but you just... I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I will never, ever be willing to give somebody else more than I'm willing to give me. Never again in this life. See, everybody looking to go to heaven. Heaven is here. Mm-hmm. God said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. We all want it handed on a silver platter. It doesn't happen. Everybody, God help, Jesus help. He said, stretch out your arm, pick up your mat. He told them to do something. We're the only people that don't want to do nothing. But we want everything.
Yeah.
Well, I tried that before and it didn't work. Well, let me ask you a question. Are you married? Yeah. Was that the first man in your life? No. That means you'll do something again. You got another man, so that tells me you're willing to do something different. You'll do something again. You never said, I'll never have a man again. He didn't work. Well, I had quite a few that didn't work. I didn't stop. I kept going. I even married one. He didn't work. I got another one. I kept going. You sometimes be on 610 or whatever freeway you have, and if your car break down, you don't jump out and say, I ain't gonna never drive again. You're gonna get another car. Mm-hmm. You're in a restaurant, you don't say, I ain't gonna eat no more. You eat. So why, when it comes to your future, would you say, I ain't gonna do that no more? I did one and it didn't work. You gonna do a bunch of them and it ain't gonna work. Till you find the one that works for you and the one you're comfortable with doing. I did a lot of them. I did Mary Kay, and I'm not knocking any company because these are great companies. It just wasn't for me. Mm-hmm. Mary Kay, I hate makeup. I hate putting people on makeup. And back then, they wanted you to go to the house and show the people how to do this, and you had to have stockings on. Mary Kay wanted you to wear stockings. It was 110 degrees in Houston. My air conditioner was broken in my car. By the time I got to that lady, I didn't like her. She didn't like me. That makeup I put on her made her look ugly. She knowed it and I knowed it. She bought stuff to get me out of her house, and we both was happy with each other. So Mary Kay did not work for me. However, Mary Kay is a great company. If it works for you, do it. You know, I got in another company, Noni. The juice was so nasty, Jesus, Lord, in Christ, I couldn't stand the taste. And people say, well, it do this for you. Great, it's going to do that for you. That didn't work for me. So you keep going till you find what works for you. And I tell people, in order to have what others won't have, you got to be willing to do what others won't do. And you got to be willing to sometimes go against what others say. Because somebody tell you it's something for you, if it don't fit, try it. One of the richest men in the world said, if somebody offers you an opportunity and it's good and you don't know nothing about it, do it and figure it out later. Richard Branson said that. He's a billionaire. No, we want to listen to no millionaires who sit around and never did nothing and tell you that it don't work. And you take their word as if it's God. Why would I let you tell me something don't work for me because it didn't work for you? You can't compare me to you. I'm not you. I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. Quitters never win and winners never quit. I'm going, if it ain't for me, I'll find out. No, you won't tell me it ain't for me. And that's what we do. We let people tell you. Cousin, I tried, girl. I've been in one of them old things that didn't work. It didn't work for you. 18 months, I had $1 million. So you can't tell me what don't work for me. Y'all get in these old pyramids. They're pyramids. No, a job is a pyramid. Why? Because the person at the top is the only one who will own it. You can get in multi-level marketing, come from Yale or jail. They don't care. As long as you do what you're taught, you're going to make some money. And then I hate what keeps you broke. A job keeps you broke. For the rest of your life, you can work a job and nobody you know working a job, unless they're Oprah, Tyler, and then they own the companies, you understand? Has gotten rich working a job. Yet we'll go every day, faithfully. You get to work, the boss say, go make me some coffee, turn 10 flips and do this, you go do it. You get in multi-level marketing, somebody tell you what to do, I can't do that. Why can't you? So it's all about what you see for you and what you want for you and what you want for your family. A job, and I'm not knocking jobs, a job should be a stepping stool to your future. Use your job like they're using you. They're using you to get wealthy. You use them till you find what you want to be. Wealthy people teach their children, go to school, get a good education, come out and own your own business. Yeah. We teach our children, go to school, get a good job, and come out and make mommy proud. Pat them on the back. That's why our children will always work for theirs, because they teach their children to be entrepreneurs. We teach ours to be job hunters.
Oh, if that wasn't a mic drop moment, I don't know what is. And that is so, so true. Sad, but true.
Thanks to her, my podcast.
We got it. Reaching 350 million. They tuning in.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Okay, and so we're going to go back a little bit. I know sometimes you don't like to go back, but honey, girl, you just dropped so much stuff. I got to go back just a little taste. Okay, so let's talk about this multi-level marketing, because you touched on it a little bit, but I want to go in a little bit deeper because so many people have the wrong mindset when it goes to multi-level marketing. Now, people, listen here, don't be coming in my inbox with this pyramid scheme, this and that, and blah, 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 because I'm going to come tell you, all network multi-level marketing is not a bad thing. It's just that you couldn't figure out how to work it. Okay. And maybe you didn't put in the work and the time that you need in order to be successful, because I have been part of multi-level marketing companies. Some worked for me, some didn't. But let me tell you, she's sitting right in front of me, and she was part of multi-level marketing, and she made millions for herself. Not only that, but she turned around, Dr. Dorothy turned around and duplicate herself 21 times.
Yes. And they've all duplicated themselves 21, 30, and 50 times.
Did you hear that?
See?
Making millionaires. Okay? And matter of fact, let's get to your little nickname they nickname you. Okay, speaking of that, we know that you are moguls, you are visionary, you are a coach. Of course, we know that you are a servant of God, but they call you the godmother?
Right, the godmother.
Okay, so godmother, how did you get that name?
Well, actually, a young lady gave that name to me because of the way I was training people and teaching people. She said, "Oh, you act like my godmother." And that name just took off, and everybody started calling me the godmother. Because to me, I became everybody's mother.
Yes.
You know, because even, you know, very few people I had that was older, but most people, I take you on when you come into my life, and you trust me with yours to teach you. I am that which you seek. And always first, always.
Exactly.
Always first. And I'm only going to tell you what he told me. And it's up to you to take it and grasp it and move with it. Yes, I want to be your mother, your father, your whatever you need. As long as you're willing to take it and move forward. If you give me, see, I tell people I can help you. H-E-L-P, help. Not do it for you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to teach you. And if you listen to the things that I show you and the things that I tell you, you'll make it. And see, most people come in and want to tell me, well, you haven't made 21 people millionaires. I did. So if I were you, I'd sort of like listen, just a little bit. Because I may know it all, but I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And that little bit that I know that what I'm talking about will help you if you listen. But see, pride and people wanting to be more. See, I've had people that knew way more than I did. Way more than I did. I didn't worry about what they knew and how they knew it. I wanted to know how I could get it from them. I want what you got. And I tell people all the time, people say, well, I tell them, go find that person that you want to be like, and you do what they did. Well, I don't know. Go get their book. Well, I'm not going to pay $50 for a book. You're not paying $50 for a book. You're paying $50 for their experience that you can't get. You can't go around. Oprah ain't going to invite you to her house. Who do you think you are?
Not in this life.
Okay. You ever see Oprah hanging around with broke people? We choose to hang with broke people. Broke people, what is it? Misery love company. We'll look for 10 broke friends and there's 10 rich people across the street. We ain't gonna bother them because we think we can't. I'm going right up in the middle and I'm gonna ask you, what did you do? How can I do it? And if you don't want to tell me, I'm gonna watch you, I'm gonna follow you, and I'm gonna figure it out. Because if you did it, my God is no respecter person. If you did it, I can do it. And all I got to do is figure out a way to do it. And then we choose the wrong friends. I had a lady I wanted to bring into the business. She told me, my own sister told me when I was telling my mom, she said, all of my friends are broke. I said, did you hear what you just said? Seems to me like you need some new friends. Why do you want to hang around with broke people? See, you find the people that are going where you're going. And then you try to get, I hate try, you get where you're going. But if you hang around people that's got less than you got, if you're the sharpest knife in the drawer, you need to change drawers. Okay? And then read. Some people, it has been said, you know. If you want to hide some money, put it in a book. Because most people are not going to read. They want you to tell them what to do. They want to know this and they want to know that. You are the best thing that you've got. And when you start to improve you, your life is going to change. And when you don't compare you to me to you, God gave you a gift. That's yours. I can't. I'm so busy trying to have your gift till I don't see my own. He's put a gift in each of us. And your thing is to find out what it is. And was I always like that? No. I had to fail 100 times. And I finally say, okay, God, I'm ready. I'm tired of trying it my way. And when I did everything go right? No, but it went better. It went better. I was looking for something in the room today, and I've been looking for it. I was looking for it for all morning. All morning. I'm looking. I know I put it on this bed. I folded up this. I know I did this. I know I did that. I put some gospel music on, start playing and start praising. I said, okay, Holy Spirit, I'm tired of looking for it. Where it is. 2 seconds, I found it.
Wow.
What I've been looking for all morning, I found it. So when you decide to let God anchor your ship, and you can call it holy, you can call it what you want to. But if you've tried it your way and it didn't win, why not try this way? What have you got to lose?
Exactly.
Nothing. So when you're doing what others won't do, others won't get up in the morning and say a prayer and seek God. No, they jump up and they go to work and they run. And God knows they may have a great day and all that's good. But why not have a better day? Take a few minutes and acknowledge who made you. You didn't make yourself as great as you think you are. You didn't. You understand what I'm saying? And God will lead you and guide you to where you need to be. And will you make mistakes? Of course you're going to still make mistakes. But that's why when Peter walked on water, had he not taken his eyes off, he'd have kept walking.
Oh, yeah.
He took his eyes off of God. We take our eyes off of God. And you say, you're preaching, you say whatever you want to say. But I'm walking with him. I'm following him. I don't care what you call me, holier than thou, upside. I don't care. I know whose I am, where I am, I'm going. And I'm going to keep my eyes on him because I took my eyes off of him too many times and got in too many things that he still came and got me. And right now, wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, God can still use you, and he want to use you. He put us here on earth to make it better, to be God on earth, in earth, to pass it on to people. See, we think he put us here to get wealthy. He put us here to help people. And yes, you need money to help people.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you can't help people broke. You can't do it. You know, so that's why multi-level marketing makes and change people's lives. Well, it didn't work for me. You didn't do what you both do. Let's tell the truth. And see, people don't, here, I tell people, broke people is like E.F. Hutton. When they speak, everybody listen. Everybody stop what they're doing and listen. And never stop to ask, if what you're saying is so good, why are you still broke? They just do what broke people say. Broke people say that don't work. Well, who is they? They, them, and it is broke as hell. And people follow them all the time. Right? They said it don't work. Well, who is they? I don't know. They said it don't work. What is it? I don't know. But they follow them.
That's true.
Instead of following somebody that's telling you, we sitting here telling you what works. And there are going to be people that run out and say, oh, she thinks she did all that. It's a scam. No, that job is a scam. That's what's a scam. They scam you into working 30 years, tell you you're going to retire and live happy ever after, and you're not. You're going to need a job when you get off that job. Look at the people in McDonald's. They're higher in McDonald's if you can see over the counter. They don't care how old you is. Okay? So you're going to get a job after a job. You're not going to retire and live happily ever after. That's a dream that's been painted out here for years, and we take it. I'm happy on my job. I'm on my dream job. What is your dream job? Tell me what your dream job. Your dream job you should do without money. You need a mentor because not a friend. A friend is going to tell you what you want to hear. A mentor is going to tell you what you need to do.
Exactly.
It's a difference between mentorship. Mentors tell you what you don't want to hear.
And step on them toes.
Friends pat you on the back and tell you good. So you need a mentorship to help you move from where you are to where you need to be. And it needs to be somebody that's not going to, I've had people say, well, I've had people pay me to be mentorship. I've done that. And they say, well, I'm paying you. Well, you can take your money and go because I'm going to tell you. I ain't finna sit here and tell you what you want to hear because you paying me. That means you buying me and I'm not bought. Yeah, the money you gave me was just used as a service to help you get where you're going and to help you get where you need to be. But you have to be willing to change. You must be the change you seek. You got to be willing to change. You want this, you want that, you want out. What do you have? You go to the bank to borrow some money. They ask you, what do you have? They don't just give you the money. They want to know that you can pay them back. And most of the time, the bank wants you to have enough money to cover what you're getting. Darndest thing I've ever seen, but that's their system. And you get in their system, or you get in it, or you don't. So mentorship is what the first things people need to find. If you can't find, you want to open the Bible. It'll mentor you. Okay? And always find somebody that's got more than what you have. And I don't necessarily mean things. I mean up here. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep having what you have.
Exactly.
And you gotta want. It's gotta come from in here. You gotta want it more. I have 21 people become millionaires in 18 months. You know why? Because they wanted it. We were hungry. And we wanted. Les Brown's a personal friend of mine. He said, Dorothy, you got to be hungry. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. Then you got to be willing to do what it takes to get it. And that's what we did. Everything, I have those 21 people make $1 million. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong went wrong. Everything. But we kept going right. Because things go wrong don't mean you have to go with wrong. You keep going right. You keep doing what you know is right to do. And you're going to get there. And excuses. Get rid of excuses. Excuses are monument that build bridges that go nowhere. That's all an excuse is. Or people, well, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear about what you can do. And don't have excuses. You will not have excuses and money. You got to remember that. You're going to have one or the other. And it's your choice. So choose you this day who you'll serve. If it be God, then let it be God. If it be something else, then I can't help you. But if it's God, we got products here. We're going to show you how you can change your life. Now, we don't make medical claims or money claims, because if you're behind getting here and don't work, you still ain't going to have nothing. Okay? Your mind will arrive at a destination long before you're behind. If you get your mind there, your behind will follow. What does that mean? Think millions. Think it. I don't care if your bank account got 0, 0, 0, you in them negative. You still say, I am a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I am successful. I am. What he said, Moses, he said, who should I tell him who you are? He said, I am that I am. And you that same am. God made man in his image. You that same am that God is. You just don't use it. And you got to use it in everything, business, whatever it is, you've got to use that. I am wealthy. Wake up in the morning after you thank God for waking you up. I am healthy. I am wealthy. And I don't care what the circumstances. If you're sitting outside, I am healthy. If you're sick and coughing, I am healthy. Let no circumstance, nothing show you and say that it's different. No symptoms. Make a list tonight of all your broke friends and tell them it ain't personal. I'm just going somewhere that I don't think you want to go. And the first thing I used to tell people is to, like you're listening to this today, whatever date it is. Let's say it's the 16th. Say, I heard something today. Today is the 16th. This is the message you put on your phone. I heard a lady tell me that I can be better and I can do better. And I'm willing to change myself and make some changes to be better. If I don't return your call, you're one of the changes I've made. Ooh. Put that on your phone. And people are going to call, what is that on your phone? Click up. You don't even answer. Well, I heard you did this. Click up. And when that one person calls and said, what's the change you made? That's who you want to talk to. You run from broke people like they're the plague. Because they're like a common cold. You'll catch them. And you don't want to catch broke people. You want to catch wealthy people.
Exactly. So, with all that being said, we're getting ready to give them the solution. Because before we talked about some problems, but we just don't be talking about the problems and just leave
Not without the solution. Not without the solution.
Now we get ready to share with this here solution.
The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today.
So you guys, you probably was wondering why, because normally I don't have my beverage. I tell you to go get your beverage, but I don't have my beverage. So we have a beverage here. We have some amazing products called Aluva.
Aluva is the name of the company.
And
when you say Aluva, it's A-L-U-V-A. Remove the A and put the I, and it's I love you.
Oh, I
love you. See, so it's love, and we keep it going. And we have some products. Again, I make no medical claims. I tell you testimonies of people that have taken this product, and you are the first testimony because you take this product, you taste it in not even 30 minutes. What did it do for you?
Listen, you guys, you know I'm a product of the product. Anytime I'm telling you to go out and buy something, especially when it's health and wellness, because I take it very seriously that you guys listen to things that I tell you or I share experience and you trust me. Okay, and so very small things on health and wellness I will not even touch because I'm like, I don't know about that. But let me tell you something. One of my friends, Leroy Mason, shout out to Leroy Mason and his wife, Eleanor Mason. Okay, so they invited us over and introduced me to the amazing Dr. Dorothy Cook. And not too long after I arrived, he handed me a glass. I'm looking, I'm like, oh God, what is this? And I take it. And I'm telling you, I have been doing health and wellness products for over 15 years. And so I have tried just about everything up under the sun, around the sun, and everything else. And it usually with health and wellness products, it takes a little while before you start feeling any different results, which is understandable. But let me tell you something. Honey, I drank this within 30 minutes or even less because I wasn't timing it because my body did a total shift. I felt it in my throat because I have these good old South Carolina allergies. And so I felt the shift in my throat. All of a sudden my brain was more focused. And the thing that really, really resonated and stood out to me was that my eyesight, I could see clearer. Okay, your girl do have to wear glasses, but I'm talking about I went from seeing 20/20 with glasses help to seeing 4K. Okay, so I'm like, what in the world? The next thing that I'm like, what's in this? Mm-hmm. Oh, and the most remarkable thing, because I know how some of y'all is, we trying to talk about, I got to get country with y'all. Mm-hmm. When it's dealing with health and wellness products, you don't want to take it because it don't taste good. Honey, this tastes good. Mm-hmm. This is a spa in a glass that's going to help your body. Mm-hmm. So you ain't got to sell me because the product done did what it's supposed to do. And if it's this good now, it's only going to get better.
And the best thing about this product is it helps day one. This product, this Life Green product, stops a leaky gut in 14 days, okay? Wow. And most people I don't have a leaky gut. Yes, you do. Yes, your butt got a leaky gut, okay? And you need some products to stop it. See, the majority of illnesses starts in the gut. Mm-hmm. And if you think about a leaky gut, see your gut, go Google. Y'all Googling Beyonce and all them. Go Google your leaky gut. That's what you do. See how long your gut go through your body and it's leaking. If you put a ship on an ocean and don't change the element, it'll sail to whenever. But put a hole in there and a leak. That ship is going down. I don't care if it takes 20 years. Well, your gut been leaking for 20 years. That's why you're going down now and don't know why. Your gut is leaking poisonous stuff in your body. This stops it. Your weight loss, you will lose weight. You will be healthy again. Just like in a few minutes you saw the product work. It don't take days. Day one, our product work, and it stops the leaky gut. People that having all kind of pain and stuff, we can't cure anything. God does. But this product will help you. It will help you. If your glucose levels are high, sky high, this brings it down in a day. In a day. And people are saying, well, I can't take this. I don't know what's in it. What's in that medicine you taking? That the doctor is giving you refills that ain't getting you. It ain't. Think about it. Just stop and think. They give you refills on medicine after medicine after medicine. I ain't getting no better. I don't feel no better. It come back. Why is it coming back? Because it's not getting to the root. Your leaky gut is the root. Here, we could stop your leaky gut in 14 days. Okay?
Listen, and for those of you who have trouble, we know how expensive food is with inflation and everything going on now. So you may not have the time to go in the store or even the knowledge to know what foods work together the best. And who want to buy $1,000 blender in order to get it to blend just right? And you got to clean it and do all this other stuff. And even if you get one of them old cheap blenders, who want to do that? So they did all the hard lifting, all the hard work for you, and it's travelable. You can take this with you. It don't need to be refrigerated, okay? So you could drop this in your bag. You can go when you travel. This can go on a plane with you.
Yes.
So all of these things, you don't have any excuses not to get your health and your wellness intact because they did everything for you. And if you don't know, now you know. Because listen, your gut is your first brain. Okay? I know we always go to the head first, but it's your gut that maneuvers the whole body. So once we get the gut in check, your life will be in check. And then you can go out and live your best life and get all your millions and enjoy your millions, okay? Get rich and then you're sick. What kind of mess is that?
And let me tell you something else too. And don't y'all get on there talking about, is it FDA approved? It ain't drugs. Ain't no drugs in here, so it don't need to be FDA approved. And I want to tell you something. If you see the stars and wealthy people doing, everybody now is coming out with greens. There's a guy just came out with some. His name is Steve, and I'm just going to leave it there. Okay? Is his green comparable to ours? Let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the biggest difference. Come here. I'm going to tell you something. When you see Steve's house, $15 million, every time you buy his greens, you help him build that house. When you buy these greens, you're building your own house. Now, which house do you want to build? Steve's or yours?
Ooh.
Okay? That's the answer to that. So-and-so got this. You either help so-and-so or you help yourself. When you take our products and you tell somebody, we pay you. We pay you. Just like you go out to the restaurant and eat, oh, the food was good. You call 10 people you know. You say, oh, this food was so good. Did they pay you? You tell somebody about this and they take it, we's going to pay you. And you're going to build your own house.
And so as you can see, we have these amazing immune boosters. And I don't know if the COVID taught us anything that we need to get our health and wellness together to build our immune system.
Yes.
Okay, and we have these amazing green products that is also travel friendly. And they have two products. We have greens and what is this?
This is Ignite. This is for, especially you drivers, truck drivers, you need energies. Instead of taking those 5-hour things that are full of stuff you can't even pronounce, this Ignite will do the same thing. No jitters and no crash. It gives you good, clean energy. This G-Burn, it burns fat out of your body. It's got CoQ10 and it's got cayenne pepper. It's got all the things in it that you need to burn fat. Now, all 4 of these products, they are designed to work synergistically together, but they work just as well separately. And if you can't start with all of them, start with one. We're going to give you a number where you can call and get started today. Whether you want to make money or save money, either way it goes, we're here to help you. And we can show you how to take these products and change your life and your health. See, health and wealth. God said, I've come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. If you're not having an abundant life, blame somebody other than God. So we're going to show you how you can make money with these great products, how you can change your health day one. Day one, it stops sadness. If you know everybody is going through being depressed and sad. You don't have to be sad another day in your life. You don't have to have leaky gut another day in your life. You don't have to be broke another day in your life. If you want to change, be the change you seek. You call in and you find out, what can I do? How can I get started? How can I work with these great people? How can I be more healthy? Steve Jobs right now, that day he was dying, he'd have gave up all his money for one more day. Now you're a head start. You don't have to give up anything. Anything. When you start drinking this, it's going to take the taste from bad foods out of your mouth. It's going to give you energy. It's going to make you feel, when you actually wake up, you will wake up. You know, some people wake up and say, oh, God, it's morning. You're going to wake up. It's morning. It's time to get up. And you're going to get up with who you can help on your mind. And we've got the products here for you.
Exactly. So listen, you guys, the number in which she was speaking of is 803-250-6117. Again, the number is 6117, and you can call that number in order to get started today, whether you want to be a customer or you want to be a producer of something amazing. Many of us want to make a positive impact. Well, this is a way that you can make it not only for others, but most importantly, we got to start doing it for ourselves and our families. Okay, and so I also want to make mention of one last thing before we go. This young lady is an author. And I want you to go get her book. You remember about mentorship culture? And you can't get in the room with the people, but you can get their book and read it to get her mind, her millionaire mind, for a fraction of the cost. So tell them about how they can get your book at the time.
Well, when they call that number, we'll have the information there for you to get your number. But I want to say this to you. When you call that number and nobody answers, don't act ignorant. Just leave your name and your number, and somebody is going to call you back. They're not sitting there waiting on you to call. You may not call, okay? But we will call you back. Act intelligent, leave your name, and leave your number. See, you want to do what wealthy people do. You want to have what wealthy people have. Do what wealthy people do. You don't see wealthy people call a number screaming, "Nobody answer the phone. Why they answer the phone?" Leave a message, very intelligent and very clearly. Don't talk in tongues, speak in English, and repeat your number a couple of times. And I promise you, somebody's going to call you back. And they're going to be excited about talking to you and sharing these products and how you can either make money, get healthy, or you can do both. Why not have it all? That's what we're going to do for you.
Well, listen. That is the best way for us to wrap up the show. But before we go, I want to make sure that you let them know where they can follow you. What you want them to do? You want them to go and follow you, connect with you?
Yes, I do, but I want them to come through this information.
Okay, well, this is the way.
Because we're a team, and we work together. She wants you to come through the
team. The number again is 803-250-6117. Again, the number is 803-250-6117. And
if you want to tell them when you call whoever answers the phone, say, "I'm going to talk to that crazy lady," because I don't care what you call me, as long as you call me rich, okay, and wealthy. So you can call me what you want. I only answer to rich, wealthy, beautiful, all of that, okay? So call the number on the phone. We're waiting for you now. We're here to help you. We want you to be healthy, and we want you to be wealthy. I've made 21 people millionaires, and 15 of those are still making millions. We want to show you whether you believe it or not. I don't believe it. Well, Bank of America believe it because they got the money. Okay? So to your health and wellness, we got it. To your health and wellness. God bless you. We love you. Aluva. We love you.
Yes, we do. Remember, it's time for you to come share, shine, and grow. Where? On the Tina Ramsay Show. Here's to health.
All right.
All right.
Goodbye.
Aluva Life Greens actually started for me when I was 23 years old. I went out and bought a $400 industrial juicer, and I started juicing every single week. And I hated it. It took so much time, it cost money, and it was a process. That's when I started making the Life Greens product. It truly is the one drink that you should take every day for the rest of your life.
My name is Amy, and I absolutely love fitness. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and a professional makeup artist. Eating healthy is not the easiest thing. We get so busy in our lives, it's really hard to take the time to eat healthy and to eat right. My absolute favorite thing about this product is that they combine reds, greens, and probiotics in one mix. You put it in your water and you shake it up and voila, it's so easy and it tastes amazing. You'll feel a difference. Then you start believing that you really can change and that you can actually feel better.